No! Goran!
But how?
He's not breathing. Raze, can we beam him up yet?
I don't like it. Still risky. Just give me a few minutes to try and...
He may not have a few minutes. Doc, what can you do?
Nothing without sickbay, Captain. Extensive burns. If it wasn't for his jem'hadar physiology, he'd have been vaporized.
Scouts?
I too can do nothing. Jem'hadar physiology and Borg nanoprobes. Suffice it to say, it will end badly for everyone. There are some risks even the Borg are unwilling to take.
That Raze, emergency. Beam me and Goran to sickbay.
Thaya, you can't...
We all know the risks, Captain. Raze, energize.
And we're clear. I can get you all out, but the window is short.
6 to beam up, directly to sickbay.
6?
Zayela will not be joining us.
You are leaving me here? Must I remind you I was within my station under Federation law?
We are no longer in need of your brand of protection, Zayela. And the fact that you technically broke no rule does not oblige me to welcome you aboard my ship. And if you ever harm a member of my crew again, Federation law will be the last of your worries. How is Goran?
Somewhat stable, but still comatose. We're extremely lucky he's built like a damn tank.
And even luckier that your son knows his biology as well as she does.
Not luck, I'm afraid. I helped design him. Well, Zayala is lucky we beamed out when we did. Damn her.
At the risk of sounding like one of your husband's god-awful spaghetti westerns be, I don't think we've seen the last of her. See you all in 10. Doc, I'll want a briefing on those samples.
Without a doubt, and in the most literal sense, Betatorians are genetically human.
Not exactly new information then.
You misunderstand. We're not talking about ancient common ancestry. We've seen what that looks like. Klingon spines, Cardassian distaste for the cold, Bajoran noses. What you see in this very room, those are natural indicators of environmental adaptation and genetic drift. No, I'm saying that despite 20 light years and over millions of years of separation, you couldn't pick a Betatorian out of a genetic lineup of 6 randomly selected humans who live on Earth today.
Seemingly proving that some force is actively keeping some elements of the experiment constant. Spooky action at a distance. What is this absurd phrase? The ancient Earth physicist Einstein. That's how he described quantum entanglement. 2 objects sharing a state while seemingly unconnected. Of course, the same method by which your holo emitter creates hard light transcending spatial context by super exciting particles. You suggest that if we pinpoint the manner and the source of this spooky action by which these Kirk worlds are being manipulated,
Then we'll know where we can find our spooks.
I am first Goran Agar, and I am once again in sickbay on an as of yet unnamed vessel.
Good to see you back amongst the living, Goran.
You as well, Tallow. I am sorry about your colleague. I trust you are unharmed.
I am, difficult to admit as it may be, thanks to you. Hypochondriacal as it may sound, I've asked your doctor to keep me under observation to ensure I don't Borg out.
Caution is certainly indicated in that area.
On a more serious note, and please forgive my endemic Cardassian skepticism. Why would you do that? For someone you barely knew, I tend not to trust that level of indiscriminate altruism.
I just did what I saw needed doing. I can't honestly say whether that response was adrenaline or some instinct genetically built in by the founders, or because of the respect I have for Tath and how she leads.
Okay, honesty. Not the most refined attribute, but I can work with it. You know, I was ready to hate you, loathe you like I loathe the jem'hadar who bombed my city to dust. But lucky for you, seems your friend's little monologues are wearing off on me.
Hey, mind if I join you?
be my guest.
How are those taste buds coming along?
Technically speaking, I've linked more nodal relays in some fun ways, optimized this and that, innovation and such. But in actuality, the fucked up thing is, I can't tell. The replicator menu says this semillon is a soft summer breeze in the Loire Valley, shimmering in the grass on the hillside. All I can taste is battery acid. But I've been over it so many times that now I'm not sure if it's a technical problem or if that's just how things will taste until I know my family is safe.
I truly believe they're out there somewhere. After all that we small beings have encountered, both wonderful and terrifying, it's most definitely a chaotic universe in which we exist, but I do not believe it is an innately cruel one.
What if it is? How do I go on without feeling hollow?
I remember feeling that way when I lost the last of my sight. We Aenar are not all born blind. A handful even maintains sight throughout life. I lost mine around my 14th year. I tried a visor for a time, a LaForge model, a brilliant design, but it wasn't like the real thing. No jade sunlight off Andorian snowflakes, no shine in another's eyes. Eventually, I suppose I just learned to manage without it.
Has remembering it ever gotten less intense?
Less intense? No. I haven't seen the mountain peaks of my home for 88 years, and I still recall them just as it was then. But the taste of recalling has changed. A little less like battery acid, perhaps a bit more like summer breeze.
Tath to all senior staff. Look alive, folks. Conference room in 10. We have news of a runaway Breen vessel near Arcanis. They have engaged the Klingons.
Personal log, disappearance, day 9. The rescue attempt did not go as expected. Still on beta Tauri, except now, save for pointless degenerating automation, I find myself utterly and completely alone. A position I know all too well. Already this place is crumbling. It will be dust in the blink of an eye. At least the stars have returned. It has been sweet, quiet night for most of the past 24 hours. Much needed time to reflect. I nearly opted not to reactivate the distress beacon. I thought, but no, best not to indulge in such thinking, so I shall bide my time. I shall nurse this loneliness, so that it will not grow into a thing feral and untamable. Sooner or later? Hello? Hello? Oh, it can't be. Bea? It's you! But